Okay. Please tell me that everything is working as it can. Oh my god. I guess it should be working, but yeah. Let's see. ACC. Oh my god, it's single screen. That's illegal. Almost. Oh yeah, of course I forgot to even change my seat. So I was like, okay, I'll launch the stream. I'm almost prepared. And it turns out I'm not prepared at all. I'll just launch the session. What a pain. Hello. Yeah, I can't see the chat quite clearly. CV1 just died. It's gone. But the quest should be here tomorrow. Quest 2, so yeah, let's see. Sad times. So yeah, unfortunately British GT was an absolute failure because of that. Pleb pancake mode. I don't know how you plebs manage to drive like that. It's absolutely awful. Do I have any setup here? I think I have. I think I have like CDA setup, which is this and this weird dampers and this. And I have my setup, which is CDA. I have this setup, which is this. I think is mine. Like after the game release. Yep. I have this. This is also CDA. So let's just go with this for now. No, I don't have a new mic, but because I was using the mic that was built into the Rift, and it's no longer here, I have to use the mic that's built into the laptop. But the problem with this mic is that I need to use RTX voice, because otherwise it will sound like this. Let me show you actually. If I'm gonna, yeah, disable removing background noise, you just can hear all this. So I need to use RTX voice. That's gonna remove all that background noise, and then it's a bit better, but not perfect. But it works anyway. I guess I'm gonna leave the steering wheel on, so sometimes you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna change the view settings completely. So what I'm using is kind of a calculated FOV. I think my FOV should be 30. By the way, I'm not playing on the laptop. My dad borrowed me a monitor, so I have a 24-inch monitor for a few days. So my FOV calculated one is 30, but I'm just gonna go with 32 because yeah, the change from my 100 FOV that I had in Rift to such a low FOV is just weird. Okay, seating position. I know that I need to change pitch. I know that from other cars. Go maybe back. Something like this. Yeah. And movement 10%, look to horizon 50. Maybe 40. But I don't need that much look to horizon. Here's I do in VR. Holy shit, the chat is mental. Let me actually see what you're all saying. Yeah, like going back to the screen from VR is so hard, especially for me that I've been doing VR and I've been driving in VR for so long. I've been doing it literally for more than a year now, without any driving on the screen. Like for this entire year, I haven't driven on a single screen. I think even once, maybe like to do a screenshot for a thumbnail or something like that. I done the out loud, but apart from that, none. And it's so weird not having the car around you, and only now I realize how much, even though I wasn't thinking about it, VR was affecting me. So yeah. Well, am I planning to review it? I was thinking about something like that because people often come here on live streams or in YouTube comments. They often ask me about VR and stuff like that. I'm not really experiencing VR at all, to be honest. I just had my CV1, but now I'm gonna have my second headset, so I'll have I'll be able to compare one to another and see what's the difference. And also probably make some like tutorial how I use it, how I set it up. But yeah, on those first few days, I'll need to set up everything myself and see what settings can I use on the new headset, what resolution, and so on and so on. Okay, let's get driving. What's our car for today? This is the car. I mean, obviously, it's Cayman GT4. I mean, what other car do you expect me to drive? So, because the Rift isn't here, but I have to, of course, drive in the races that I'm driving in. So there's gonna be today actual visions race, GT4 race, as usual. And so that's what I will be practicing. And we are at Spa in the Porsche Cayman. And tomorrow is actual visions GT3 League. And and the headset should come later tomorrow, and I hope it's gonna be in time, so I can do that race. But for today, I'm stuck with that. But there's nothing we can do. That's just how it is.
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
My life, this is hard. This is hard. How is it going? It's going pretty well, although not perfect. I would really like not to be forced to do it. And of course, British GT Championship esport suffered a lot because of that. Because on Sunday I was totally not on the pace and I just couldn't drive, especially with the ballast I got from first round. So not only I got punted a few times by both GT4s and GT3s, and I just had a terrible luck that race. you know, one of those races. Sometimes you just don't have the luck. In the first race, I had a lot of luck in the GT, and then I got away with a lot of incidents, and I was managing the traffic well and avoiding all those GT3s. But I just realized I need to change something. We were driving Maserati earlier, so I had to reduce the force feedback in the Maserati. Maserati doesn't have power steering. But yeah, in the second round I just didn't have any luck at all. I got a packet loss at the very start, so cars that went flying on my screen took me out. Then I got taken out by GT3s a few times, and then one GT4 also once, and all three like totally unavoidable contacts. So that's a bit of shame. But yeah. The 480p streams aren't a meme because of my limitations in terms of how high I can go with resolution of the stream, or you know, how hard it's taxing my PC or my laptop rather. It's just the internet limitation, because I have really slow upload. There is a really small bitrate I use. Otherwise, it will be just so choppy and laggy, and will just drop frames loads. So I have to use really low bitrate. But because of that, so I just noticed I need to change something else. Because my monitor is off center, so offset that by setting this. Okay, that's not the line. That championship is a bit weird. I didn't break it. It just stopped working by itself. And I think what the problem is faulty cable or some faulty internals in terms of the screen. Although I think it's a cable. Nevertheless, buying a new cable for CV1 isn't cheap. I mean, you know, I can just buy a new cable, but since it happened, and you know, upgrading to a new headset would come eventually sometime in the future, why to spend money for a new cable, which are really rare and hard to find and really expensive? So it would be like, I don't know, a third of the price of Quest 2. So I just said, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna buy the entire new Quest 2 and enjoy it. Since it had really good reviews. And also, I had my CV1 with only one tower like sensor and no controllers, no hand controllers. I only had a headset and one tower. And with Quest I can also do some new standalone stuff that I wasn't able to do up until now. So that's a plus. That's not only an upgrade in terms of the headset itself, but also usability and, you know, features that I gain compared to CV1. It does feel illegal. And it feels slow and weird. I'm really slow. You should be. Oh no! Wait, you can't see. Let me fix this. Oh yeah, because that screen is 16 by 10. Like this. So unfortunately, you have to do with black bars on the sides, because that's 16 by 10 monitor. VR chat next? No, 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 no. We're not doing any of that cancer stuff. I bought a Quest 2. Well, to be honest, there were only 3 alternatives. I could try to rescue this one, so try to buy a new cable, and there was a possibility that it's not the cable but some internal parts with the screen. So there's that. I could buy a new CV1, which is just a stupid idea. I mean, like another one used. I could buy Rift S or Quest 2, and anything apart from that will be not really usable with my laptop, with my hardware, and will be just too expensive, way too expensive. And since with recent updates to Oculus Link and how Oculus Link performs with Quest 2, Quest 2 is like literally a replacement for everything else, and Rift S just doesn't have any true advantages, maybe some, but yeah, but I still think that Quest 2 will be a better solution overall. Plus, I gained access to some more standalone stuff, which I probably won't even use that much, but you know, it's there if I want.
By the way, the fastest lap so far.
Holy shit. 247. So we need to find like 17 seconds. Easy. Oh wait, I stopped on the first corner, so that's less. Never mind. If I remember correctly, I don't need to upshift here, I can just rev it out and it keeps accelerating. Okay, there was like 3 more meters of track to use. Well, that was pretty horrific. No, he didn't mention that yet. I haven't heard about that. Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's not flat, I forgot. They're not that bad. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, I ran out of fuel. For a sec I was like, wait, what the fuck is going on? I'm gonna check something. Give me a second. Yeah, well, the save was good, but it shouldn't happen in the first place. Never mind. Okay. Let's see. Did I enjoy to drive a Maserati? Absolutely no. I love that car and I like to drive it, but I had to do that on the single screen that in that one race. It was just a pain, especially that I wasn't like I did no driving
From curbs.
on the screen. I did no practice for that Maserati race, or not Maserati race, but the race we did in Maserati, and yeah, it was pretty bad. I crashed a few times. My pace was nowhere, so that was really bad. How important is qualifying in 24-hour race? It's really important, guys. People say it's not important, but it is. Also, sim racing is other than other, like, in sim racing 24 hours is still a fucking sprint. And there's just no getting around that fact. Sim racing is endurance races is still constant sprint races. In real life, new endurance racing is quite similar to that. New GT3 endurance racing is pretty close to being, you know, still 24 sprint races in a row. But in real life, you have also safety cars, virtual safety cars, you know, race neutralization, so everyone is bunched up together. In sim racing, there's in 24-hour races, we don't have any of that. So the moment that the leader starts building a gap, unless something happens to him, or them rather, because in endurance it's a team effort. So unless something happens to the leading car, and they have the pace to extend the lead, they're just gonna keep extending the lead. And the cars that are behind are just gonna have to go through the field and they're gonna be in the pack. And it's always the case that leader in front or cars that are generally in front of the field have really easier time over duration of the race to drive away. While in real life, if there is a safety car, if there is a crash, if the rain comes, the strategy can differ all because of the weather. That the weather itself in ACC is great, but transitions aren't necessarily the best, and the variability can be sometimes really weird. So yeah, some weird stuff like that doesn't really make much sense. Lap invalidated. It's not slow at all. On buffers it is. On buffers it is really slow. On other tracks it's quite competitive car overall, Maserati. It's good, for example, at Spa. It's pretty nice at Silverstone, if I remember. I think it's quite decent at Suzuka because of the S's. Maserati has amazing downforce for a GT4 car. It just doesn't have any power, and because of no driving aids, it's harder to drive. But if you will get around the fact that it doesn't have aids and you need to do braking and acceleration yourself, it's absolutely manageable and easy to drive. The same with the Cup car. Cup car is a lot easier to drive on the limit than GT3 cars. It's just that you approach the limit so much more, and it's so much easier to like get to the limit itself. Then controlling it, it's easier. But because a lot of people drive in a way that they don't really even approach the limit of the car, they don't play with it, they just avoid it. Or drive in the way where the limit is just understeer. And in lower powered cars, it's rare to have an understeer as a limit. Lower powered cars are usually quite balanced, so they'll have yeah. I was focusing on the lap, so well, it is, but it's good in the corners. It's just hard to extract out of it in the corners because of no aid. But if you can do it, then it's really good. Why can't I just like go through that onrush like once, good, and then continue to improve and improve? Okay, there's way more road to be used there. Keep messing up campus and stuff a lot. Hello, Atta. Yeah, no VR, unfortunately. Oculus is broken. It's broken. Yeah, but it's only temporary, so... Why can't you just be normal car? Yes, it's in the description. Oh, the lag. Okay, time to cheat a bit. Whoops. Okay, I need FPS, so... Because there was weird lag. So... There was definitely a weird delay that I didn't have in VR. And the car is just too oversteering. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. No, it's not Pro. It's not Pro. It's standard TPS.
Low tire pressure, stay away from
It doesn't
curbs.
really matter anyway, but it's just pedals. Well, yeah, but it wasn't the pedals that made you faster. It's just an illusion. What made you faster was that pedals made you understand what's going on with the car in the braking zone, and it allowed you to be way more. It made it easier for you to be more consistent and it made it easier for you to understand what's going on. But it's not like pedals are faster or a steering wheel is faster. That's also not the line, but anyway. Whoops. It just did. Like, stopped working. Please just let's not talk about it because it just makes me depressed. Hey, invalidated. To be honest, I can probably close rear brake that maybe. Why do I keep doing the same shit line? Yeah, I think it is the wire. I think it is the wire or something with the screen inside. But yeah, I just bought a Quest 2 and it's gonna be fixed by buying a new one, right? It was like my CV1 was in pretty terrible state anyway. I bought it used and it was like really heavily used. It has a broken head strap. Anyway, and I was like for half a year using a broken head strap. that wasn't properly attached to the headset. Nice. Yeah, the cable was pretty bad anyway, so I guess now it finally stopped working. Unless it's something within the headset. Yeah, it's the end. No, we're not talking about it. Tomorrow there'll be a new one. Whoa! "28 FOV for the win. That's the best FOV ever. Although 29 is also nice, but you know, it's like I think I'm on 30 right now, or 29. I forgot already. But yeah, like this FOV is like number-wise. Okay, it's 30, but I have 16:10 monitor, so it's not by 9, it's by 10. So FOV 30 for me, because ACC use vertical FOV. For me, 30 on 16:9 monitor will be like 27. So yeah. Yeah, it is. That's true. I feel totally lost. And I can't do a proper lap. Well, you know, it depends on the screen anyway, and how far it is away from me. So asking for FOV or like, you know, there's no point. I was actually good first sector, by the way. Oh, I shouldn't change up. It's really unnecessary upshift. I'm gonna read that nick in a sec. Let me finish that. Oh fuck. So it will be another invalidated one. That was bad. Input lag. It depends. Like in my CV1, I don't have that much input lag. I don't feel. Like I was driving on that. What was that? 90 FPS earlier on a single screen, and I felt quite a lot of input lag. But also that monitor that I'm using is no like nothing for moving stuff. It's totally like office monitor, so it has really low latency. It's really high latency. So maybe that's why I really need to, while on my single screen, why I need to use really a lot of FPS to minimize as much as possible input lag. Probably when it comes to like really proper monitors, it can be made lower, but you know, I just like driving in VR and the sense of having the car around you, it helps me a lot, and I just like the idea of VR itself. I'm getting the 64. I mean, I don't need a 256. I'm not buying it as a standalone. I'm using it primarily for PC VR use. If I want, I can. And 64 isn't. It's not like 64 is really tiny amount of storage. So, and I'm not really a VR gamer apart from sim racing. So sim racing, if I can, I do in VR, but I don't play that much other stuff in VR. Maybe I'll like it. Who knows? But you know, 64 is just. I think it should be well more than enough. I'm not a VR enthusiast when it comes to other stuff. And you know, for it being a PC VR headset, which with current state of Oculus Link, it just can't be a replacement for Rift S without any disadvantages. So yeah. In before Beat Sabers.
Green light, give it all you can. Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
I love Italy so much. I mean, I like Italy, but I've been in Italy once on holidays with my family when I was young. When was that? In 2000? When was that? Oh my god, I don't remember. Well, it had to be from somewhere around from 2005 up. But no, in 2005 we were somewhere else. Seriously, I don't remember when I was in. But I was a lot younger. I was a child when we were there. So I was there once, and we were in Florence. In Venice, I think as well. I don't really remember that much from that holiday, but I remember that I enjoyed it. It was just nice country to be in, and overall everything that's Italian usually is quite nice. Would you believe me if I have told you that I almost don't know what Half-Life X is? I almost, well, almost. I just haven't played any of Half-Life titles, and overall, I'm not really a gamer. I'm not into games a lot. I like sim racing, but I don't really necessarily like racing games overall. Like, usually racing games annoy me because cars handle in a weird way. Like, I bought Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk that like I wasn't even into any of the hype. That's why I enjoyed Cyberpunk overall, because I had absolutely no expectation about it. I didn't even know what it was and what Cyberpunk was supposed to be about before I bought it. But since everyone bought it and everyone was hyped, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. And it was like one of the first games that I bought, other than simulating stuff, for a long time. Probably that's why I just enjoy it. And I would probably enjoy a lot of other stuff. And I don't doubt that there are loads of other better games than Cyberpunk. But I just don't play other games. That's why Cyberpunk for me feels like a nice game. And I just enjoy while playing it, because I also approach it with no expectations. No expectations. Wait, am I on a time lap or? Yeah, I am on a time lap. Lol. I did an outlap without even realizing it. Also, what's weird on single screen, I'm getting a lot of eye strain because I'm used to focusing on stuff that are very far in the distance, and in VR, because of 3D perception, if I'm looking at something that's 300 meters in front of me, my eyes are focusing 300 meters in front of me into the distance, even though I'm sitting in my room in VR headset. But on single screen, yes, I'm technically looking now far into the distance, but my eyes are still focusing on one single point that's a meter in front of me, or even less than a meter, which is a single screen. And it's just weird, and it hurts my eyes. Imagine like a single screen with 3D perception. We have like with actual 3D that enables you, like not some fancy 3D effect like. Like, you know, that the dashboard of the car or steering wheel seems to be like, you know, like in cinema 3D. Like, I don't know how it would be done, but it would be a nice touch. There would be probably also almost no use for that in anything else than in like sims or games where you need to look really, really far into the distance. Usually things are a lot closer to you than everything else. Another unnecessary shift up to 6th gear. Yeah, I can go with a lot more speed into Brussels to make it more of a V-shape, but I'm always worried I'm gonna overshoot it. The same here. Go in with more speed than earlier on the throttle, so it rotates. Excellent. Longshimo is so enjoyable if you get it right. Also, let me check what will be the pole position that I kind of should aim for. So if I'm gonna go to an Actual Vision's website, we're gonna see not this. Am I checked in, by the way? Yes, I am checked. My profile. Finished the GT4. I unfortunately didn't win because I had to not attend one of the races. And since one race was kind of two races, because that was the format of the championship, I was just not able to participate in two races. So I won by a few points because I missed two races. That was a shame. Anyway, results. That's like Naseka SPA. But that's not the one. That's the one. 0.97. No, that's race lap. 30.1. That's fast. Okay, Nick, you were saying something. And I don't know, Nick, to be honest. Please no Torpellini. Hello, Johnny. Or John, sorry. Is John and Johnny the same name? I don't know. So anyway, hi, John. Well, I'm doing kind of well. Not perfect. I'm of course a bit sad because this race is gonna be pain to do. But it is what it is. Anyway, let's drive.
Low tire pressure, stay clear on the curbs.
Chase count for life. Means I'm sitting a bit too high. That's a bit overkill. Maybe something more like this. Yeah, chase cam is only for VR. Doesn't work on single screen. You're right. Also, it seems like my camera is pointing downwards, like the pitch is downwards, and that the camera itself is pretty low. But that's because my monitor is quite low. So like actually my wheel and my hands kind of align. So like I have the opposite of what Baldwin uses. For Baldwin, he has his monitor quite high up, so he needs to go with camera higher, a lot higher than me. And without any of that pitch that I'm using. Perfect lap in validated already. But that was a lot better on Rouge and overall the line. I think I can climb curb a bit and it helps me position the car into the second part of en route, maybe. Or maybe just a placebo. Okay, don't shift up. If I don't shift up, I think I can go like 2 kph higher, faster. Judging the speed and the line into La Source with that low FOV is so hard and so bad. Too late, fuck. I just kinda can't do it. wide overall. There I need to work on my timing into that corner. Invalidated. Although that was pretty good. Like if I wouldn't invalidate it, and it was invalidated by not a lot, I think. Ah, okay. 15 centimeters. I can't get the... How the fuck did I do that on my first lap? That was pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was invalidated. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not doing 29s yet, Dom. Fuck off. It's not that easy to go from VR to single screen. Oh look, at 29. It wasn't validated though. Oh, imagine having fuel. I haven't driven on a single screen for a year. I was driving in VR for exactly a year,
Stay away from
and
curves.
I was learning to drive in VR for the whole time. So I have absolutely no idea how to drive on a single screen. I mean, I have all I have the idea and I know all the stuff. It's just that it's hard to uh, it's hard for my brain to execute all that with no, easily. I have to focus so much, and it makes me tired so much so quickly. Actually, tomorrow I should get my Quest 2, Dom. I bought a Quest 2, so it should come tomorrow. It should, and if it won't, then I'm fucked on Paul Ricard. Uh, so I'm going into tomorrow with a big hope that I'm gonna have a headset tomorrow. Okay, I just have carried a tiny bit more speed, but that was decent. Let's just do a valid lap. Why was this so slow? Jesus. Why did suddenly right side went like, yep, now I have a lot of pressure. I need to turn on the light in my room. It's got dark. Okay, so UPS tells me that the package is already in Poland. It came from Netherlands to Poland today, like an hour ago. So I guess that's good. It still says estimated delivery tomorrow. Tomorrow 10 to 14, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
Oh, it is really disturbing. It's disturbing as fuck. I can't drive now. I think it's the CV1's cable that broke or something internally with the screen. But yeah, it's just gone. So I bought a Quest 2 and it's gonna be here tomorrow. So unfortunately for those few days and unfortunately for British GT, I had to go for yeah, that Alcantara wheel is lovely. Oh wait, fuck, that won't work. Because I can't see the ref limiter. Because my wheel covers it. Or rather, shift lights, I mean. So I need a HUD. 6? 6 what? That was bad. Delta was lying. Anyway, car handles relatively nice. Do some running with fuel. It should go with 6 liters. By the way, when is the race up? Like in game? I cannot. Oh, come on! It surely cannot be too fast. I'm so slow today. I could in. Would I be a second faster in VR? Maybe. Maybe not full second, but yeah, it could be almost a second. Anyway, if I could outscore Chris today, probably I won't. But if I could outscore Chris today by 5 points, well, by 6 points, then I will be a champion. But 6 points, it's a lot. I think yeah, I would like need to win and he be being third or something like that. So that's not gonna happen. Anyway, calendar. Okay, there's nothing about when do we start in game. So I guess it's the same every single time that the race is at, yeah, that the race is at 2 p.m. Because for example in GT3 League, by the way, that's the screenshot I made for actual films. Seriously, I can show you. Look. Where is it? Look, that looks similar, doesn't it? Those two. Although, in my opinion, this is better with those cars in the background. This looks better. Although this has grass, so maybe it's a bit better. Yeah, it looks similar, doesn't it? Also, check that out. Check out that glorious Bentley here. That's also my screenshots that I make for. I just like making screenshots in that game. It feels beautiful. Anyway, I was gonna show you in GT3. In GT3, we have like, yeah, in-game start times at different times. So like for Ricard will be also 2 p.m. and Alton also 2 p.m. But Suzuka was at night, Spa was at 4 p.m. Kailami was in the morning, Buffers was in the morning, Snetterton was 2 a.m. I didn't even remember that, but it was super cloudy and we went with weather, so you couldn't see the weather. Silverstone was in the evening because it still wasn't dark. It was like sunset, but since it was raining, you couldn't really see that. Donington was in the evening, although it was also raining, so you couldn't really see the sunset. It was cloudy. It was raining in the second part of the race, but it was cloudy overall and stuff like that. We're gonna go with fuel and see how the car behaves. But before I do that, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna change an hour so the temperature is proper, and I'm just gonna restart the whole session. So because of session being restarted, my fuel usage calculator will be like properly working. And will help me to calculate fuel, which will be almost the same as every single race, but Spa is longer, you're going full throttle quite a lot, so yeah. You look so calm. You look so calm. You look so calm. But yeah, today it's all about damage limitation anyway, so there's no reason to go for like super extra pace win. I just want to get comfortable with the car, which I kinda got. I just couldn't get the lap together, but like I know what to do. I just don't want to stress enough right now to get the proper lap together, because it's so tiring for me on the single screen, because I need to think about literally everything. Because I can't use my vision properly, like automatically. I need to force myself or force my eyes to look at certain things, and also I need to force my it's weird. Again, it's about that depth perception. Because in VR I'm looking far into the distance and my eyes are focusing far into the distance, and now I'm forcing them to look at theoretically the same things that are in the distance, but they are focusing at a point that's a meter in front of me. It's just weird because they're focusing on a point, on a single point in front of my eyes. That's really, really close to me. While I'm used to looking into the distance, like with 3D perception, so my eyes are really looking into the distance, not only at something on a track that's in the distance, which I am of course still doing, but it's being shown on a screen that's still a meter in front of me. So my eyes are focusing a meter in front of me. And it just feels weird for my brain, and my eyes hurt because of that. I'm not used to that. I need to think about so much other stuff. It's not as comfortable. But yeah, it is what it is. That was actually good last horse. Hello there, hello. Yes, well, I have excuses. That's what racing drivers do. They search for excuses and they use them for good use. Ah, invalidated. Fuck my life. That was actually a decent lap. Because that was 30.6 with fuel for 45 minutes. So that was a decent lap. Yeah, back from VR it's so weird. Like from single screen into VR, it's also weird, but you can adapt to it, and technically you're gaining a lot of like, well, not senses, but you know, information that you can use. But now, after driving so much in VR, now I lose all those informations, and they're just not there. How car moves around and so on, you know?
I don't mate, the fastest lap so far.
Those 2 laps were decent. I just wasn't talking, focused on the driving. Finally everything came together, although this particular Orush was really bad. But yeah, car behaved nice. Yeah, missed the braking point completely. And then the line into the corner was so bad. Jeez, if I'm gonna look now at it in the replay, it's gonna look so terrible from the outside, because I know how on the replay it looks like. When driving, it's just shit. From the outside here, it's gonna look so terrible. Just bad line, bad car position, no proper trackers. Jeez, that was so bad. But yeah, the car behaves nice. So there were those 2 laps, and actually in the first sector, like I knew, there is those 1.5 tenths to gain, and there is that. And apart from that, the car is just good. Also, what was the fuel usage? 2.91. So it was 2.91 after 3 laps, but I have no idea what it was after the first lap. But anyway, if assuming it's 3 per lap, or 297 or 295, whatever. 1 lap is 2 minutes 30. There's no way you're gonna get consistently. Hello, Manuel. Consistently under 230 minutes. Just no way. That's not gonna happen. Plus there is a pit stop, so that would offset that anyway. So we have 45-minute race. Divide that by 2.5, and it's 18 plus an outlap. So that's gonna be 19 laps. 19 times 3 is 57. So 58 liters is all I need. And then, yeah, that's it. So camber by, I don't know, 0.3, maybe 0.4 in the front. Felt good. I mean, that's pretty much the CDA setup. It just felt good. So I'm gonna save it as R. How to set up it, by the way. Yeah, tiny changes. Well, but it felt nice. Let's take a look at that lab that was. Take a look at. Yeah, there was finally first good La Source. I remember that I approached La Source, and then it was finally good, kind of good La Source, you know. Also, I think on this occasion it's also kind of nice. Yep. Perfect. Kinda went wide here, but yeah, I recovered from that. Just had to wait a bit on the throttle. Yeah, that was pretty nice. What's the time? It's 19:11. Oh boy. I think I'm done. Like, I'm not fast, but I in no circumstances I would be fast. Just not. It's not gonna happen, and I don't want to make myself tired. There's absolutely no point. I just wanted to stream a bit, to do some laps, to see how is the pace, to see, to just get used to the track, because with no VR I just need to do at least session like that, which of course because of the stream was made a lot longer. For how long am I streaming? Almost 2 hours, so there was probably like 1 hour of driving in it. So yeah, at least I know the pressures, I know the fuel, and I kind of know how the car will behave. I know what to expect from it. I know how it will react to certain things. Oh, I didn't know that. Never mind. So yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. Night qualifying, I worry about that. Let's wait for that moment, guys. You look so calm. And one more. How important is qualifying to you? Tell me on the chat, guys, how important is qualifying to win a 24-hour race? If you think it's important, leave a like and subscribe. If you don't, also leave a like and subscribe. It's a nice looking car. It's not really an app. That's just built into ACC. If you change, I think if you go to I think if you go to, come on, where's my mouse, for fuck's sake? If you go to config, documents, ACC config, HUD, JSON, FPS visible 1, I think that's this one. And it shows all that stuff. So you can't enable it in the game menu, but you can enable it in JSON. So it's like built into ACC part of HUD. So I can also see it in VR because it's a part of the HUD, and in VR I can see the HUD of the game. Porsches are a really amazing car. Like, you would think that Porsche as a brand would be really like really numb and dull, like German cars would be, and they would be like, like really proper Germans. And of course the cars that they do, they are still done in properly German way, but somehow like GT cars from Porsche are so good sports cars, like not like a modern supercars. They're still like proper sports car for driving pleasure. Not normal Porsches, normal 911 Carrera and those their SUVs. They are just daily drivers and cars that are just getting heavier and heavier and packed with technology that you don't really need. But GT department of Porsche are doing amazing cars. I mean, it just looks nice. I should end the stream, but I'm just sitting looking at the car because I like how it looks. I could actually go even higher with the settings, but now it's gonna be like really low FPS, 20 FPS or something like that. Yeah. How nice it looks. Yeah, I mean, you can see that only in 10 1080p anyway. Can I change the bitrate like on fly? I don't think I can. I think I would need to stop the stream. Yeah, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it. So thanks guys for watching. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna if the Quest 2 comes tomorrow, I'm gonna probably in the afternoon plug it in immediately, and probably at the same time when today's stream started. I think it was what was it? 5 p.m. I think I started about something about 5 p.m. a bit later because I had to rearrange things on my desk because of that monitor. But yeah, hopefully the Quest 2 will arrive tomorrow. Fingers crossed because I need it. I'm gonna plug it in. It should be pretty easy configuration and just plug and play. And yeah, I'm gonna do the same stream, first impression, and we're gonna do Paul Ricard in GT3R in preparation for actual vision. And tomorrow I need to perform at my best, so I just hope for that Quest to arrive and work as intended. I need to do like a custom livery for the Cayman. Like I need to do. I'm gonna show you what. Oh, I have an idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually show you. I will choose some of the livery like this or this or this or this. One of those liveries. Actually, the one that I used today looks kind of nice. But yeah, I'm gonna choose one of those liveries and make it in a way that I did my livery for what was that? For the charity race, that was this one. So you can see that this is the in-game livery, like the one that you can make in-game. And I use this as a template for a livery. So it's not like it's not carbon livery. It's just normal in-game template, like one of those that you can choose. And I use this as a base for the rest. And you know, I changed some carbon fiber bits. I changed the placement of some sponsors and added, you know, things that I'm using. You know, mirrors, carbon fiber, Brembo, totally different like side sills here. Of course, different wing, carbon fiber with Porsche on the bottom. Totally different rear end. You can see that rear end is like totally changed. And of course our names, Brain Small Charity, big logo. And look at that pattern that I created. Like it's the same shape and like main pattern, and on top of that there is that thing right there, which actually first of all looks really cool, and is a version of pattern I used on AMG that we had for SimGrid World Cup. Anyway, so I guess I would like to do something similar to the Cayman, like maybe for a change, do this pattern where the silver stuff is, and of course, you know, do some sponsors so the sides is more nicer, because those are really simple. Maybe something more nicer on the wing. Of course, my name on the car. Some additional sponsors apart from those stock ones. By the way, Oh, do you remember? On GT4, on all GT4 cars, there used to be a that. What was that? That blue. That blue. Sponsor logo, and it's not there. It's not there anymore. I wonder if they maybe it got deleted because of, well, I don't know, because of, I don't know, British GT esports, and they didn't want it to be on the car for some reason. But yeah, there's no more that blue sponsor on the car. Who would have thought? Anyway, that's it. I need to end the stream. Thanks guys for watching, and see you next time. Probably no one's watching anyway because I had told everyone to just go away. Okay, that's it. And cheers. You look so calm.